Hey guys, so today we're going to learn how to print big images for sublimation um, like this for more coverage on the shirt. So let's get into it. Okay guys, so we're going to try to print a bigger print with a small printer for more coverage on the sublimation shirts, okay? So what you do, if you're using the Affinity Designer, you want to go to File, and then you go to new. You gotta make sure you're on legal paper, and then you do landscape and create. Correct? Right. Okay, so we want to print this, make this into a bigger print using a small printer. I'm using the Epson 2720. Okay, so you're gonna have to print this image in pieces. So basically is you're gonna cut it in half. Well, not really cut it in half, just per se. So I have the image on top of the legal paper, and then I size it and make sure everything's good, and then I mirror it. You gotta make sure it's mirrored, and then you Control P. Make sure your settings are good. It's on legal paper, high, everything, etc. And you print it out, right? Okay, so now you want to print out the bottom part, right? Now you're aiming for the bottom, so you flip it back, right? And now you're gonna want to flip it upside down, because now you want to print out the bottom part. So now you Control P. Let me make sure there's paper in there. Control P and make sure your settings are correct. You got legal, high, everything's correct. Now you're gonna go to OK and print. While that's printing, I already got the top part right here. So while the bottom part is printing, you're gonna wanna get your top part, and you're gonna cut this right here, this white part right here. You're gonna cut that off. So we're gonna cut this part off. Make sure it's cut right. Okay. You don't want no white part right here. So we cut that off. The other part's coming out right now. Because what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to puzzle the parts together. I have a mess, y'all. Don't judge me. I have a mess. It's okay. It's fine. Okay. Now that it's out, okay, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to puzzle. You're going to puzzle these two parts together, okay? Line them up. So that they're nicely lined up. And you're going to try to make them as one. So you're going to get your heat tape. I'll just tape it down. This is just temporary. Tape it down. Again, this is just temporary. You just wanna make sure it's it stays put. You don't want it to move. Okay. So after that, you want to flip it over. but you want it to stay still. That's why you tape it down. So now you want to flip it over in one piece. Make sure it doesn't move. And once you flip it over, you get your bigger tape, which is this one. You don't need much, just enough. Okay. You get your bigger tape and you place it in the middle. And you tape it down, right? Now you can flip it around. Now you can take these tapes off. You don't need these. No more. What's that? You gotta be careful because you don't want the image to tear. Okay. And there you go. That's how you make a big size, a big print. Okay. Normally I like to just cut out the edges, because with the Epson printer, since it is ink, it bleeds through the side, so sometimes the ink gets on the edges and you don't want that. So that's why I cut around it like that. And that's ready to heat press. There you go. And this is your legal paper and this is your letter paper. So let's compare a letter paper and a legal paper. It's more coverage. Okay guys, so now we've come over to the shirt and now we're going to compare. Okay, so we only used the 2720, okay, for sublimation, and this is bigger print. Okay, so now we're going to compare. This right here is our letter print. This right here is our letter print sublimation. Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. It's not, no. Now this right here is our legal paper sublimation image. Okay, do you see that full coverage? Like, do you see that? Like, it literally, it's more coverage than this letter paper. Look at that. Like, come on now. Really? Yeah. Get yourself legal paper. Use the technique that I showed you. And you got this. You know? For a more coverage. Like this is really more coverage. Like, look at this. Like, look at this shirt. Okay? So it's like literally more full coverage. Like, come on now. And all I used was that 2720, 2 legal papers, and let's get it. Let's get it. It's 2 legal papers. All right. So let me know if you guys try it out. So let me know if the tip was very helpful. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time on the next tip.